Hello my crafty friends, it's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and today I'm participating in the Color Throwdown Challenge for this week, and the colors were pink, magenta, and green and white. So I am going to be using the Sketch Flower stamp set from Simon Says Stamp, and then I'm going to be using Simon Hurley inks, and I chose to use Rosy Cheeks, Prom Queen, and Fake Plant for my colors, and then my card base will be the white that I add to that. So I am just taking a card panel that is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just using some adhesive to keep it to my Misty. I need to invest in one of the sticky mats, so I don't know if any of you guys use them, but if you would be so kind as to drop me a comment as to which one that you prefer that works well. I had tried the Brutus Monroe one, and the one I got I think was defective. It was not sticky at all, so let me know which one you like. So I am just going to take the large floral from this stamp set, and I'm inking it up, and I'm trying to keep it to just the blooms, and I'm doing the entire floral section in the Rosy Cheeks ink because I figured I'd do the lighter color completely over the flowers, because then I could cover it up with the Prom Queen because I wanted certain flowers to be the darker color. So I'm just using my microfiber cloth to kind of wipe off any pink ink from any of the leaf sections. I didn't do a perfect job. It does give kind of a blended look, which I don't mind at all. It gives kind of a faux watercolor look by the time I'm done. And so I'm just using my rag here just to give me some pressure onto the lid of the Misty. And so now that I have that pink color down, because I tried this originally to keep, and I'm using blending brushes here, and that's what I had done. My previous attempt was using blending brushes for all of the colors, and it didn't work out so great. I shifted the paper, I think, when I went to do my second stamping, so it came out blurry, so I flipped it over and started over. So I'm just using this small blending brush to kind of add the Prom Queen to just certain flowers, and then I will stamp that down, and it will show a little bit darker. This was the closest to magenta that I had for an ink color. I really like this Color Throwdown Challenge, so they just give you different color inspirations each week, and it's just for fun to join, and so it gives you some kind of out-of-the-box combinations of colors that you may not think to use before. So I am just wiping this down. I just sprayed it with some just plain water and just wiping it off so that I don't mix the green in with the pink that's already on the stamp. So then I'm going to take another small blending brush and add in the Fake Plant to all of the greenery areas. You could mix it up and add multiple greens, but I opted to use just one green because I just wanted to keep it simple with the inks. Because there are multiple foliage types in this, so you could definitely use different shades of green to give it more depth if you wanted to. So then once I get all of the green adhered on there, I'll give this one more stamp. You could do this on watercolor paper and then mist it with water, and it would kind of blur to give it that more watercolor look. You could definitely give that a try. I did not use watercolor paper this time. This is just regular cardstock that I'm stamping on. And so I'm just going to give this a good push so that I get my entire image, and so then I have my green added. And so from the sentiment, some of the sentiments in this stamp set are really nice, and I love the fonts of them. So I grabbed the "You Are in My Thoughts" because this could be used for multiple occasions. So I'm just going to set it in the right-hand corner of my panel, and I'm going to ink it up with some black ink. And I believe I only had to stamp it once to get a good impression with this, the VersaFine Claire, which is fabulous ink, especially for sentiments. I apologize for the dog. So once I get that done, I pull it out of the Misty, and I'm going to add it to a card base, and I originally pulled out a white card base, and I just thought it was a little too washed out on the white card base, so I opted to get this. I believe this is dull pink from Simon Says Stamp. I got it in a card kit, so I just thought that made the ink on the panel pop a little more. So I am just going to adhere this using some wet glue. I didn't stamp anything on the inside. You could add embellishments if you wanted, but I opted to keep this pretty pretty simple, especially if I needed it for a sympathy card or anything. I find I don't want to overdo embellishments and things on those. So that is going to be my project for today. If you have any questions or comments or projects that you'd like to see in the future, feel free to leave me a comment down below. And as always, I hope that you have a great day.